Hey, everybody.
Oh, hey, everybody.
She's not paying attention.
No.
What's
I'm not.
happening?
What's happening? Sorry, we are trying to go live on Instagram.
And it is on there. It's just Instagram's behind, so don't worry about that right now. I don't get caught up.
Okay.
It's like
all right.
literally 30 seconds behind.
Welcome to your morning sip of local news. What's happening in
Everyday nonsense.
Great.
Kind of amazing that I can learn
He'll
song
yell at
lyrics.
me. He will yell at me in a heartbeat about what I'm not doing. But
For
baby,
sure.
he got one line. A one line.
I think it's become a subconscious just rebellion at this point. Like I'm just like
that is your life.
So yeah, and I have nothing actually against it. It's just I have no excuse actually, but yeah.
Okay. Well, make sure you listen to the replay of this show on Thursdays at wjvsradio.com, Delaware's own grown folks radio station. Today we're going to talk about the Super Bowl, the Day of Love.
I mean, we're going to be talking about URSHER, honestly. That's pretty much what it is.
I
I don't celebrate pagan holidays.
For the way you look at me.
I don't really know that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're also going to be talking about building your own table to sit at. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. So it's on Instagram, but it is ugly.
Okay.
So sorry for Instagram viewers. All right. We have flowers this morning. We have a lot of flowers, which I'm really happy about.
Yeah.
So Shanae.
You want to start there? Okay, cool. And we'll come. So we give her flowers and then come back to the event, or just give her the flowers? Yes. All right, cool. So I want to give Shanae her flowers specifically because number one, she has an event. Now, it's not her event, but she has been pushing an event that's happening this evening at the county building. It's not really an event, but it's a political engagement at the county building, and we'll get into it. But outside of that, she also has been responsible for organizing an event that is basically discussing, I think it's in a couple of weeks, maybe another week or two, and we'll post about that one too, where she's basically connecting the Palestinian struggle to the Black struggle, and that has validity. And my main reason for giving her flowers is because she is consistently on the front lines, if you will, speaking boldly and loudly about things that really matter for her community. And everyone doesn't do that. And I don't want to go, I had it in my head to be like, well, she shouldn't be the only one. I'll stop there for now because this is about flowers and not criticism of someone else. But I really want to make sure that we directly give Shanae her flowers for doing her actual real job, number one, as a politician in terms of representing her constituents, but for being a fearless and quite frankly, atypical politician who was willing to speak up and say and do things that are controversial. We need more of that bravery. So flowers to you. Yeah.
Check on your phone because right now it's looking real grainy.
Okay.
So,
I wonder, no, because it's not there. I don't know why that would be, but go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Congratulations on a sold-out show for Celebration of Black Joy over the weekend at Milton Theater.
Yes.
Jay was there. The whole band was there. Whole group was there, and they did phenomenal. Pieces of a Dream, ballet. Wilmington
Ballet Company.
Wilmington Ballet Company.
Benjamin Sterling.
Yes.
Cannon.
So Jonathan and Benjamin, congratulations. When I saw the sold out, I was like, because I wanted to be there. I love that type of stuff. That I was there in spirit. So yeah.
I mean, and I need to make sure that I say, the event, the concert, the show was nothing to do with me, but it went over really well. And what's super cool to me is that number one, I don't know where all these people showed up and showed out from Milton, but it was fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Like the place was packed, and it was a lot of the crowd was clearly from Milton. So shout out to Milton, flowers to Milton, honestly, for showing up. But flowers to Benjamin for continually working with Jonathan to put the event together. It's a wonderful collaboration between two Black men that I love to see. And every time we do that show, it moves people. So we got to give Jonathan flowers for putting that together.
Yeah. Flowers to our very own Hannah Carter, who headlined her first show in NYC over the weekend. I saw a picture and it had Uncle Gerald in there playing in the background. So congratulations and flowers to you, Hannah. Congratulations to Malcolm Coley, who is in Futures First Gaming. They received the EDGE grant from an initiative through Delaware Small Business in the amount of $50,000 in order to open FFG, Central Delaware's first esports and tech center. They're always talking about tech and how it can help our community and help our people. So congratulations. That's ridiculously awesome. Like, I'm so happy for y'all. And I can't wait to see what is next. And then I hope I pronounced this correctly. Rai Kalan, a Sanford student who won $25,000 as a science competition finalist. And he is now in the running, I think, to win $100,000. So congratulations and flowers to you, young man. And I know your future is bright. Black history lives.
And let me pull this little quote up. You go first and I'll get my quote up.
Okay. Yeah. So everybody was going crazy over Tracy Chapman performing Fast Car at the Grammys the other week. So I wanted to look up a little bit about her. And I kept asking Jay this before we went live. She became the first Black woman to win a CMA award for her classic Fast Car 35 years after its release. She won the Song of the Year award. This was last year, 2023.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. She's the first Black woman to win a CMA.
I know you're stunned, and I get the stunned part, but at the same time, like, I literally can't name a single Black country singer. I mean, female country singer. No, it's actually pretty different. No, and if you're a Black person and you, not country per se, a lot of that comes that's very tied to like Irish music and that kind of stuff. Like, country has no soul. Bluegrass. I mean, the banjo comes from Africa, but like
I'm gonna have to
the
do
sound.
Some research,
yeah, I mean,
some ain't right. Some ain't right.
Name a Black female country singer.
I don't even listen to country music, but I'm just flabbergasted. Well, this makes sense as to why they be getting so mad when Black people show up to the awards. So, well, there we go. I am stunned. Still, in 2023, she won the first award as a Black. Like,
there's no Black female country singers.
So yeah,
here's the quote.
there are a lot of Black country singers. I don't know them, but there are a lot. I see them all on my timeline. And actually, when she won the award, all the Black blogs posted all of the country singers who have been doing it for a while. Now, do they get accolades? No, but there are a whole bunch of them.
Okay. Yeah. Real Education. This is another one by Carter G. Woodson. And if you didn't know, Carter G. Woodson is the person sort of responsible for putting together Black History Month. So real education means to inspire people to live more abundantly, to learn to begin with life as they find it and make it better. I really liked that specific quote because it ties into something that we're going to be talking about later in the show. The idea of taking what you have and making something better. And I'll leave it there. Yeah.
Okay. What's happening around town? Let's go outside. The first one is Return. Gerald Chavis Music presents a Valentine's concert, Return of the Jenkins Project. This will be at Theater Inn, Thursday, February 15th at 7 p.m. $30 tickets at the door. Mike Jenkins has been a recording artist for decades. He has written and worked with some of the most amazing musicians out there, one of them being Rachelle Farrell. He has an immaculate studio in his house, like immaculate.
I love that.
And his knowledge of music jazz music, just music in general, is incredible. So it's always beautiful to see him out, whether by himself or with a band. And anytime you get a chance to speak to him, really speak to him, because he's one of our local legends that deserves more respect and credit. So make sure you guys head on over there. Also on Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m., Maya Bellardo for the Delaware Art Museum's Winter Nights.
Hey, that's a fantastic photo right there. I wonder who took that photograph.
I can't even be mean because...
That's a fantastic photo.
Yes, it is.
Who took that photo?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Who took that fantastic photo? Go ahead.
Oh God. Also on February 15th, y'all is busy on the 15th. Let me tell you, my God. A Night of Love. Oh, wait. What? And yours truly, Treese. So Anne Latrice presents A Night of Love, dinner, and love songs.
I love that she's doing this, quite frankly.
February 15th, $30 per person. RSVP at the information on the flyer. Select dinner choice when RSVP salmon or I'm sorry. Salmon.
Hold on, let's be clear about this. So the reason we're specifically saying salmon is because there's certain words that at a certain point I insist on mispronouncing them in order to just be a stinker.
Yep.
So salmon. You say it pacifically, not specifically, pacifically.
Library.
The library for sure. Another favorite one of mine is pattern. Okay.
Oh.
Pattern. So continue talking about the salmon.
That one smells like mothballs.
Continue talking about the salmon.
Salmon or stuffed chicken. The venue is it's called The Venue, 2411 Lancaster Ave.
That's right by here.
From 7 to 10. So, Miss Anne Latrice, not only is she's a woman of all the skills. Cooking. She used to, during the pandemic, she started doing nails and they was bomb, honey.
I can dig it. I can dig
it. She's the manager of all managers. Like, listen, don't miss out. So there are many things for you to do on the 15th. Figure it out, pick one and go. Then we have Friday, Oleta Adams.
Oleta.
Oleta.
I feel like it's Oleta, but I love her.
Ms. Adams will be at Copeland Hall February 16th at 8 p.m. Tickets are $44.
She has just like, I feel like enough people don't really know the song Get Here, but I remember buying that cassette tape and just wearing that song out. It's such a perfectly written song and so perfectly sung. So, that song means a lot to me, actually, just because it's so good. And I wasn't even feeling a type of way. It's just a perfect song. So yeah, sorry.
Those are the best songs where you just be there. Yeah. And then it starts playing and then you're everywhere emotionally. Delaware Music Network has a performance, has a show on the 16th as well. Doors open at 7, show starts at 8. And singer-songwriter Callum will grace the stage.
Okay. Dope.
Then they have Saturday, the grand opening party for Icons Bar.
Support the good brother Manny.
Yes. 21 to enter. No cover. All new signature cocktails and food menu. Food.
I feel like so. Hold on. Look, isn't
that's nice,
brother? Is Manny Puerto Rican, or have we determined that, or Dominican?
I have no idea.
I think he is, and all I'm saying, brother, is if you are and you're having food, you got to bring us the authentic Puerto Rican cuisine. I need all.
Are you saying that you need to say?
I need mofongo.
Say Spanish, because what if he's like Dominican?
Then I apologize. But listen, okay, I'll do this since we have to always worry about hurting somebody's feelings, even though he's not the type to worry about hurting somebody's feelings because he's staying 10-toe down on what he's doing. Anyway.
And then his grandma watching, and then he'll be like,
listen,
that little light-skinned man.
I don't think I'd be light-skinned within, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all relative, you know what I mean? But so let me clarify. I love all food, okay? I love every single, I will eat everything. So I don't know. I'm not assuming, but I'm kind of hoping that you're either Puerto Rican or Dominican or Cuban, I don't know, from some culture that speaks Spanish, but that is also directly tied to Africa. Whatever you are, good brother, bring that cuisine. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Saturday, February 17th, Darnell Miller live at the Queen.
Bam, back again.
Yes, $12 doors open at $12 doors open at 7 p.m. Celebrating the 6th anniversary of
Jesus and Jameson.
Jesus and Jameson. Sorry,
Lord
the
have mercy.
flyer is so small. I don't know why it's so small. Yes, go celebrate with our guy, Darnell Miller, who is one of the most talented people I've ever met. Having a conversation with Darnell about music is like having a 7-course dinner. Like, it can go in so many different directions, but each course is like, I love it. So, love you, Darnell. Okay, let's talk about what's going on around the town.
Yes.
So we're circling back to Sinead's event.
First, I'm going to show you guys the flyer. All right.
The flower?
No, I can't talk apparently. Well, no, let me start here. I'll give you some background. And I actually, number one, I want to thank Joe Bellardo for inboxing me a video that Sinead made. And I watched the video and realized that it's something that I need to partake in. And so I called Sinead last night and spoke with her directly to try to get some, real understanding of what's going on. So in a nutshell, the Cirillo brothers, right? Did I say that right? Yeah, the Cirillo brothers are developers, and they are trying to open up a warehouse in the Southbridge community. And they're doing it the right way. They're asking the people, if number one, can we have your blessing for opening up this place in your part of town? And if we do have your blessing, how can we give back to the community? How can we make it something that is for everyone? And my other understanding is that basically the warehouse is going to be used to make sandwiches, actually, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? Cool.
What?
Yeah, fine. So they're trying to, number one, develop the right way by doing it in conjunction with the people of the community. And in order ultimately to make this happen, they obviously have to get it signed off, if you will, by the city. And the city is making it difficult for them. And it's concerning mainly because it seems like a certain precedent could be set in terms of how cities develop. So the Cirillo brothers are doing this, as far as we know right now, the right way. You don't just throw something in the community and slowly push everybody out. You work with the community. So if they're allowed to do what they're doing or trying to do the way that they are, now we can set a precedent to do that everywhere. And we have an opportunity to do that, where the voice of the people really are heard in terms of how their communities are developed. And per Sinead, the city is not making that easy for them to do. So there's going to be an event, not an event, but this flyer here. Show up to the county building tonight at 5:30, and there's just a big discussion about that. And it is encouraged, everyone is being encouraged to come out from the whole city, because it's not just about Southbridge, it's about the whole city, because again, this could be a precedent for how we move in the future. And the idea that the city, which is ultimately supposed to be representing the will of the people, would oppose something like this. So show up, listen to what's being discussed, use your voice, add your thoughts and opinions. Obviously, keep it civil. But it's really important for us, the people, to show up and make our voices heard regarding things like this, because in the same way, that we had the issue regarding residency and whether or not you should be able to work in the city, it's a similar situation. Part of the reason that went the way that it did is because the people showed up. You know what I'm saying? So this is a perfect opportunity to really be involved in government and have your voice be heard. So show up tonight. I will be there. Yeah.
Okay. Show up. Show up.
Yeah.
So Eugene Young, who is running for Congress, resigned from the Delaware State Housing Authority to focus on his campaign. As you guys remember, we interviewed him. I don't even remember how.
It must have been summer. Had to have been summertime.
Yeah. Yeah. So right now, this is election year, right?
Yes. Yes. So he's running for Congress, and
and he's running against Sarah McBride and Colleen Davis. So yeah, that is a big change. From what I remember and what I know about his position, he was really passionate about what he did and about helping people and getting people the information that they needed for their housing. So I'm curious to see who steps up to the plate to fill the shoes. And I'm also interested to see what the campaign looks like going forward. I think he raised so far $100,000, and he's looking to raise even more, of course. So we will see what happens. This is going to be an interesting year, election-wise.
Yeah, it's true.
We got a lot of choices to make, a lot of decisions to make.
And these choices, to your point, it will matter,
Very much so.
I'm not saying who's worse, who's good, I'm just saying that one versus the other will be a significant difference in a lot of the different offices that are going to be filled.
Yeah.
So, right.
Okay, let us get into it. The Super Bowl.
The URSHER concert, honestly. Why are we even talking about the Super Bowl? Congratulations to the Chiefs if you're a Chiefs fan. Sorry if you're a Niners fan. Good brother Sam Wilson. I know you're probably a little bit heartbroken, but we love you.
And big guy.
So there you go. Whoever else is a Niners fan, we so sorry for you. In terms of the actual Super Bowl, it's the third Super Bowl that the Chiefs have won in the past 4 years, and Mahomes. Sorry, that's how much I watch now. This is his third MVP of the Super Bowl. So shout out to the Chiefs.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get down to the real show. So let's first of all, let's talk about real quick how people were upset.
Let me know when I need to cue the
yes.
Okay.
People were upset at Andra Day singing the Black National Anthem, the Negro National Anthem. They said that it was tearing our country apart.
Oh, the non-blacks were saying this, clearly, for sure. Okay.
Twitter or X, whatever you call it, was in an uproar. I saw an interview that Andra Day did when she was talking about a conversation she had with her mother or her grandmother about how the Negro National Anthem is a hymn. So she wanted to approach it as such. I'm
throwing shade for not singing all 4 verses. I don't care if it's a Super Bowl, but go ahead. All 3, I'm sorry. But go ahead.
We do not have time for that.
Bullshit.
Jay is a stickler.
No, I'm not the
all right. So anyway, she wanted to sing it as a hymn.
As well she should.
Okay. And people were upset. I don't see the problem. I really don't, because
there's one America and we have one language, one anthem, and it's divisive. Yeah. Ding dang it. All right. And get that Swift girl off the screen. She's distracting me from my football.
No, that's America's sweetheart. She can do no
Get
wrong.
that off my screen. It's just we're trying to make everyone turn into a liberal. And them liberals are all on my screen affecting my daughter. And they got the black man on there gyrating his hips. I've had enough of it.
Did you see?
All I want to see is the black man in the tight pants bent over throwing the balls. That's what I really want to see. Okay, wait a minute. It just got way confusing. It just got way confusing. I confused myself. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Okay.
So yeah, they're upset with Andra Day. Reba sang the national. I love me some Reba.
I do too, actually. Her and Dolly, right? They're like they're the coolest.
They are. I love them.
That's great. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and pull up the picture.
All right, here we go. Right now?
Yep.
Bam.
So there are two things that URSHER, USHER, and Jay have in common.
No. I'm not comfortable.
There are two things.
We're going to cut this whole thing. Goodbye. I'm not comfortable with any of this conversation. Oh, man. Go ahead. God dog it. I don't like being set up. Go ahead.
Both of them are in their mid to late 40s, and neither of them look like they are in their mid to late 40s. Both y'all are very active in life. Both y'all have kids, married long time or in a long time relationship, and they both look like they're in their late 20s. How does this make sense? What are y'all drinking?
It's what we're not drinking. Number one, we're not soda, like Kool-Aid, sugary drinks.
I was listening to the interview on Club Shay Shay, and Shay Shay brought up
who also looks great.
Yes, yes. Who also looks great. Yes, and he brought up Usher's age, and I'm telling you. So I don't know if y'all remember this story, but for the people who don't know it or didn't hear it, when I called Jay to do this podcast,
this is funny.
genuinely thought he was my age, and at the time I was 28, 29.
Sounds about right.
I genuinely thought this man was my age. And it took me like 2 months to figure out.
Yeah, then she was like, you lying liar. I was like, no, I never lied about my age.
Well,
I didn't. You never asked.
He said to me, ask his age.
Yeah.
And he told me, and I said, well, excuse me? I'm uncomfortable. You're old.
Where does that come from? It's the funniest thing, but go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
But I was genuinely confused. And as he's having this interview with Shannon, and he says how old he is, I'm just thinking, I'm just as confused. I don't know what it is. Your child skin. I need to eat everything you're eating, everything you're drinking.
It's actually okay. Genetics matter in terms of like whether or not you turn gray soon.
Like I want to be like that when I'm your age,
or when balding. You can't control those things. But I think if you've been overseas at this point, you've seen other cultures. Like if you go to different parts of the world, the older people are in much better shape than the average Americans because of how much they move and their diet. So yes, I am very active. I do sprint still, but there's no magic or secret. Like I eat clean.
You know what it is?
And I'm blessed with reasonable genetics, and I never stopped using my body.
No.
Go ahead.
It's the A. It's the A.
Can you clarify that the A is Atlanta?
Yes. It's the A. It's the Atlanta. It's the Atlanta.
No.
That's what it is.
No, because there are okay.
You said peace up.
Nope. Perfect example.
To the aging.
Nope.
And A-Town down.
A-Town
for life.
If you don't know, Antoine Maybank is, I'm pretty sure, in his 50s. He's an Olympian. He's a gold medal. He lives in Delaware. He is a track coach at Tatnall. He still trains hard. The man looks younger than me. He just looks like an absolute specimen.
Is he from Atlanta?
No, he's from South Carolina, close.
Oh, he's from downtown.
But the point is that just like the voice, like our voices, our singing voices, certain things will change. Like I do have a little more joint pain and I have to be careful about certain things. But like generally, you shouldn't just blow up and get, turn it outside of injuries. Like if someone gets sick, if you have an injury, that's a different thing. But like if your health is reasonable, is reasonable, there's no reason to be out here looking like my Lisa's dad. The man is right at 80 and he takes care of himself.
Is he
No, it's not just a black thing. He's always taking care of himself. He eats well. He works out, and this is, like old age doesn't have to be, with a cane and you can't move unless you get sick or have injury. Please, let me be clear. I'm not trying to, shame anybody who's sick, but like if you maintain, you'll be great.
Well, listen, I want to be URSHER and Jay.
And you can.
At 45.
And you absolutely can.
Because I'm sitting there, I'm looking at these pictures, and I was like, this don't make no sense.
Yeah,
This
no.
don't make no
he
sense.
takes care of himself. That's it. And it's easier because he's got money, but like he takes care of himself.
So there are actually two things you both have in common.
Okay.
You both don't look like you're nowhere near your 40s. You both sweat like you live in the sea.
Well, if you run around and bounce all over the place and do the little two-step, the A-Town stomp on the stage.
Oh, right, because you A-Town stomp. Like you're an A-Town stomper all day.
I'm really not though.
Like it's on being on stage with Jay. It feels like either a stampede or you're at a football game, and they're doing the we will rock you.
But yeah, if you jump around and sing, you're going to sweat. I don't know what to tell you. Like I'm not sweating right now, but
Jay.
Yeah, but
no, that's not true because we've been on many. We have been to shows or events. We have gone to the art museum,
look at me.
And this man just be sweating to sweat.
I'm not sweating. I'm up close. I'm not sweating.
This is black.
Because it's black. What?
He's a sweater.
I'm not though.
You and I shot sweaters. You're sweaters. No matter the weather, you're a sweater. But the show, I didn't get to see it. I'm gonna watch it. But the clips that I saw were pretty dope.
What a dogs. I want to say also specifically regarding the show is the brother did a good job. I am not a huge Usher fan. I never have been, but he did a really good job. And the coolest, number one, I don't know if y'all paid attention, but he sang actually live.
Yeah, his mic was on.
His mic was on, and most I think 99% of the singers who do the Super Bowl do not take that risk.
And can I just say, I really need all y'all to shut up that be talking about he's really out of breath. Because
he wasn't.
The amount of people who can't even walk the steps up to the library's main floor without gasping for air.
Yes, that brother did his thing. Like he stayed.
Y'all be knowing everything.
No, and here's the thing: if you take like a Justin Timberlake, he's been trying to do his little dance moves, and he looks stiff and old, and it doesn't look cool anymore.
Been a while.
And he don't look the same, and they're about the same age. I'm not making it a black-white thing. I'm just saying that Justin Timberlake is not able to move the same way. And I was super impressed with Usher's ability to still look light on his feet.
100 shows.
Listen, the brother is keeping it together, and he's still got a lot of career ahead of him. And that's a really, instead of hating on it, learn from that. If you take care of yourself and take care of it all, you can still function at a high level. When he came out on the roller skates,
crazy.
And did his thing. I can't skate. I look like a ding. I'd have been all over the place. So I was like, I am ready to hate on somebody. I'm half joking.
There are just certain things you can't hate on.
But everyone's hating on him. And I'm like,
just stupid.
But he did a really good job. Like he sang in tune. He moved like he still was in good shape. And it was a good show. Yeah. Like it was great. He brought on a lot of dope female artists. Like the thing he brought on her.
Yes.
And she slayed with the guitar. Alicia Keys did her thing. It was great. I have nothing negative to say about the show. And I have the attention span of a 5-year-old, and he kept my attention for the whole show. I was like, oh, this is actually good. So shout out to that brother, please.
Yes. Yeah. But one of the most talked about, what?
No, it's a good
One of the most talked about moments was when he was performing with Alicia Keys. And there was a pose where he's behind her, hugging her, and it looks like the My Boo thing. And, he's not married, but he's in a long-term relationship, and she's married. And people are like, oh, wait a minute now. What's happening? What's going on? I have a joke. Okay, ready? If they aren't doing something risque at the Super Bowl for people to talk about, are they really doing the Super Bowl, or are they just in the Super Bowl?
I don't even know if anyone acts like you should say it again. Justin
Timberlake.
I got it, but I got it, but you had to really pay attention. You know what I'm saying?
You're so Listen, you really got to pay attention. You're terrible.
I didn't mean it like that. Yep.
Oh my God. I'm not bothered by that. Like that, they are some of the most influential people and performers in the world. And they're portraying an iconic moment from musical history that we all remember. I don't think there's anything in it. And even Swiss was like, y'all focusing on the wrong thing.
Oh. Swiss might have them. I'm going to say this, okay? Number one, I will admit, and if you actually pay attention, if you look at the actual video of the performance, it didn't look anywhere near as bad as this frozen still shot, because it actually was an instant. And that's kind of the danger of photography. You freeze that one moment when she was smiling and he's got her, and it's like, oh my gosh. Like, honestly, kind of like the shot with Darnell. And it really wasn't that steamy, but like that instant, if you grab it. So, you know, that's why it's not, quote unquote, so bad. On the other side of it, Alicia is a brick house. And this part here is any, listen, a man's man, you know what I'm saying, likes that little thing right up there up front. You know what I'm saying? You hold that. And Usher was holding like that was his. Nah, nope, ain't no way. If that was my wife up there, I don't care for a split second. Like, now look at it like this. Flip it on the other side. Take your husband, you know what I'm saying? And have him on stage with some cute girl. I don't know what your thing is with your husband and how you all embrace, hug, whatever. And she does that to the place where that's my spot. Nah, you ain't gonna have it. You're not gonna have it. So I'm not saying the Swiss Beats need to like they have to have a whole argument and divorce. I'm not saying that, but like, yo, nah, nah, we're gonna talk about that, and I might call URSHER. Like, bruh,
might call URSHER.
Like, bruh, you took it too far. I understand, but like, nah, you can't. That's my wife. Out of here with that. So yeah.
All right. Well, hey,
but he did a great show.
We're talking about it.
It was a great show. Oh no, absolutely. But not you're not gonna be talking about my wife. Yep, he took about somebody else's wife, not mine. Yeah.
All right. Lisa, no performing with any gentlemen who may be doing those things.
I study Muay Thai, black feather, and this thing right here, I can throw it just.
So Beyonce announced and dropped 2 singles and an album set to be released on March 29th, and this will be a country album. Well done, sis. Like, I'm very curious to find out if this is going to be country fusion or country. I also have never truly listened to country, so I don't even know what country is. So I don't know. How is that possible? But okay. I can't do it. Okay. It don't do nothing for me. I'm sorry. Okay. Except for Tennessee whiskey. So there is a lot of country music in that vein that is really good. Like if you turn on the country radios, it's just, I'll say this. Country music is just like hip hop in that if you listen to the radio, you're going to get generally trash. But if you do some digging, there's some really, really, really good stuff in there, especially the older stuff, just like hip hop. Really good, perfectly. I like Dolly's Jolene. Oh, it's a fantastic song. It's like there are some really the thing about country music, good country music, is the songs are written really, really well and the stories are excellent. So I don't know how she's going to approach it, but I support it. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. And I need to say this too. It's got Jay-Z written all over it for this reason. And I'm not trying to take away from Beyonce, but the timing of it was wonderful. Because for me, I don't know if anyone else took it this way, but like, I don't think it's because Jay-Z is known for like dropping songs like right on Nas, like at the same time to like make a stink and to like lower Nas's numbers. He's petty like that. And there's no way that there wasn't some thought of we're going to like drop this on top of Taylor Swift's head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that Taylor's not dropping music, but like
has been taking a lot of the spotlight with the football thing. So it's like Beyonce drops 2 singles literally, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? It was brilliantly done, and yeah, it was brilliantly done.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's Day is coming up, and you know what? I am excited because I love getting gifts for my kids, and they're so excited about Valentine's Day. Like, it's incredible how cute they are about it. But I also realize that there are people who may be going through a breakup and may feel like Valentine's Day is not a good day. So this is for you. Head on over to Google and type in "name a roach after your ex."
Oh, I saw that.
And that will make you the happiest on Valentine's Day. Go ahead. Go get you a nice fat Madagascar hissing roach named after the person who broke your heart. And even at some zoos, you can name the roach and then have them feed it to some animal.
So if you're feeling that petty and have nothing else to do,
you want to mend this, you go get you a roach. And you'll be helping other animals while you do it. I love it. Happy Love Day, everybody. So beautiful.
That's great.
And if anyone is inquiring about what Naj and Jay would like for Valentine's Day, since you love us
tequila.
so much. He likes tequila. I like tequila, but I also like the heart-shaped Reese cups. That's a thing too.
Tequila.
Yeah. Okay. Also on Club Shay Shay, because I'm obsessed now.
I love it.
Monique was on there, and baby, she was telling it all. Someone said that Club Shay Shay is like therapy for all of the people who have been scorned.
Some kind of outsiders a little bit. Man.
Because they just come.
The people who feel that they should be more mainstream, but aren't for whatever reason.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They come and tell it all. And she had some gems up in there. The one thing that I say that I can say resonated with me throughout the entire interview is her statement about telling the truth. And it doesn't matter who you are, what your position is, what kind of money you got, you know, what your role is in Hollywood or whatever. Tell the truth. And I have to say this. I feel I would be lying to myself if I didn't say that I am not someone of some sort of influence, or I'm a name in Wilmington, right? I get that. I'm not huge, but I am somebody. I have things that I've kept in my arsenal for years, and hearing her constantly, like every time she said it, it really, like, it was like a
spill
jab.
The tea. Spill the tea.
It was a jab. So I just want to say, moving forward, and this is for me and for you, watch your mouth, because I'm not gonna watch mine anymore. That's it. So go watch Club Shay Shay.
Yeah,
that was a really good one.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, it's just, she said this. Let me say this. I'll end with this. If we don't start opening our mouths and talking about what has happened to us and what someone did to us, or how someone did something to us. Now, granted, everybody has their own opinions on like how she's handled things, but the fact of the matter is, if we don't start telling the truth and talking about our truth, our babies are going to be affected by it. You know, history will repeat itself.
Well, it's a common thing that goes way outside of the Black community. Like, she even brought up like a Harvey Weinstein. Like, you have these monsters, Epstein. Like, you have these monsters.
There are monsters everywhere.
From
everywhere.
And so it's our responsibility as a society to not allow for monsters to continually terrorize people.
Yep. And scare people into silence, and scare people from moving forward in their life. You know, like me and Jay have heard things, seen things, you know, and I think so collectively we have, you know, been quiet about certain things, because when you talk about certain stuff, you stir up things that you may not necessarily want to stir up, you know, and you also cause drama and things to other people in our lives that we don't want to do that too.
So I'll say this. I have no problem stirring up drama if it is with a clear end game of stopping a blatant problem.
Right.
The issues that I've had, I've addressed head on without going public because there was no need for it to become a public thing, and that gets messy quickly. But I'm not gonna say 9 times out of 10, I'm not a damn statistician, but like most of the time, if you address bullies, they cower.
Right.
So confront, and it's easier for a man. I get it. It's definitely easier for a man.
That's the other thing. She confronted everyone before she had to do the public thing.
Yeah.
So right.
Like, let me find out, and this is kind of why I fall back to an extent in some ways. Like, please believe that if I hear that, you know, if you work with so and so, he'll slap a woman, I'm gonna let everybody know because I'm not gonna have a woman in a place where she's gonna get abused. You know what I'm saying? Like if I know that for a fact, like I'm gonna be a Monique, I'm gonna be a Cat Williams. So there's a line, but yeah, you gotta if you know someone who's doing some super dirty stuff, you gotta say something. Just for everyone's sake. Yeah.
It's just time we step up. Like stop hiding. We have to stop hiding and stop keeping our mouth shut when we could be protecting the people around us. We could be protecting the people coming up behind us. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. It was a really, really good interview.
She's just entertaining too. She's funny.
Yes, she was funny as hell. So yeah. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I don't know if I was the only one, and maybe I am. So I know about New York Fashion Week. I know I've done the Couture Fashion Week. I've known people to model in New York Fashion Week. I know that there are fashion shows and all that thing. I did not know that it was also filled with networking events, panelists, talks, mixers, all kinds of, like, I had no idea. I thought it was just like, okay, there's like a handful of fashion shows and all the celebrities go and then they leave and they might do after parties and stuff. But I didn't know it was an actual, like a cultural thing that happens in New York. And I just stumbled upon several websites that were having all types of workshops and events, you know, whether it's for the models, designers, press, photographers, videographers, people who are looking into buying like some of the garments, or at least going to trade shows to buy the jewelry or shoes. Like, it's a week filled with so many different opportunities. So I am going to be doing a lot more research because, as y'all know, I'm not a fashionista, but I'm into fashion and wearing what makes me feel good and seeing people doing the same thing. So I'm really interested to learn more about it. So if you have any tips and information you could send me, please let me know, because I'm really, really excited to learn a little bit more. Maybe next year, go out there to find out more for myself. Because I thought, oh, it's just those few designers, when really it's a whole thing. So yeah.
I'll say this. As I've kind of gotten more into photography and started just to pay attention to visuals more, I've started, I wouldn't say I have an interest per se at this point in fashion, but I have a much more open mind to the importance and value of expressing yourself through what you wear. And you know, in the event that we were able, as Naj and Jay, to go to Fashion Week and to really talk to people about that, because I look at it much more now as the art, you know, as an art, and it's piqued my interest. You know what I'm saying? I definitely kind of barf at the whole idea of rail thin models, you know, starving themselves and putting on, you know, and having to do that. But like the general idea of a person sort of meticulously planning their appearance makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And capturing that with the photo, I can see why that's valuable. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready
Yes.
For Florida man.
I think we are. You tell me when to pull it up.
Okay. So I know the kids are in school, but if you watch this later on, this is not for children. I wouldn't even let Jay know about it. Okay. So pull it up, Jay. Today's Florida man, or should I say Florida fish. People in South Tampa, Florida, have been confounded by a low-frequency drumming sound that interrupts their sleep, scares some of their children, and causes tremors in their house. So a Tampa woman, Sarah Healy, set out to find why. There were multiple theories that were floating around, but nothing quite stuck. So she reached out to, I don't know how to say his name, James Lacasio, a fisheries program manager for the Moat Marine Laboratory and Aquarium in Sarasota, Florida.
Oh, man. I haven't heard this story.
And he says that it is very likely that this sound is coming from loud fish sex. From what is called a drumfish. Beat
it up.
Oh, God. Mm-hmm. The drumfish. The black drumfish.
Oh, no. That's racist, but awesome.
The fish produce low-frequency drumming sounds when they flex their muscles against their swim bladder as they mate. And right now, it is mating season. Can you please stop? Can you please? Can you stop?
It's a drum.
No, it's not.
It's a drum. No, you're disgusting. You made that into something that it's not.
So they are now working on a campaign to get more information, to do some more studying on this to see if this really is a thing, but most likely it is.
Okay.
So if you're in South Tampa, Florida, and you hear the drumming, put your children to bed.
Because them fishes is beating it up. Mm-hmm. Fishes.
Fishes. Fishes is laying with the fishes. Can you imagine?
No.
Can you imagine you at home having your cup of tea, cup of coffee, watching Abbott Elementary, sitting on your couch, and it's 8:00, and then it begins, that drumming, that low frequency drumming. And then what happens if you go out to the beach? Do you yell at them? Knock it out! Do you go under the water? Can they hear you above the water, or do you have to go under the water to yell at them?
What if it turns you on and it gets you going? You know what I'm saying?
Ew. What is wrong with you? Child, I said, wait, what? Mm-hmm. What? Mm-hmm. So I'll be following this story because I'm very curious to find out. I'm sorry, but it's so
because she's gross. Don't let her get that over on you. She's gonna follow the story because she's kind of because I'm not going to follow that story, you perv.
I'm a fish pervert. That's horrible.
You're officially a pervert.
But why now? Why is the drumming why is that now? Where did this come from?
It's like Lil Jon with the 808, you know what I'm saying?
No? Why do you do that? Why are you like this?
I have problems.
Well, that's all we have for you. Oh, no. It's not all we have for you today. Jay wanted to talk about building your own table.
I'm not going to, we've been going for a minute. I'll just say this briefly. Hopefully briefly.
With him, no.
I understand Jay-Z's commentary at the Grammys last week regarding the facts that Beyonce should have been awarded an album of the year. And there's a history between the Grammys and the Oscars of people, not just black people, not just black women, certainly black people, but of people not getting the recognition that they deserve for their work. It's an unfair system. And this has been going on for a century. At a certain point, you have to recognize that the system is not for you, and it's not going to be right. Like, why are we still spending time trying to fix something that wasn't supposed to work for us in the first place? And you could apply that to many different things. It takes work, but in the same way that we as a people have made huge strides to get ourselves free and become the people who we know we are, to go from slavery to Stevie Wonder to Martin Luther King to Obama, you know what I'm saying? We've come far. And so maybe another part of the journey at this point is we have our own Oscars. That would be way cooler. We have our own Grammys. We have our own whatever it is. Like all of this, you know, let me in this house. Maybe we don't even want to be in that house in the first place. It's not for us. Like, it wouldn't even, it's literally not built for us. So considering the huge amount of money collectively that Black entertainers, just Black entertainers, have at their disposal, and then consider how much money that Black people spend and put into the economy. Imagine if we really got on one accord and really built our own institutions. That could certainly be inclusive. You know, I love all cultures, but the idea that still 100 years later that we are like, be fair to us, let us in, we deserve, like, no, we do our own thing. Jay-Z built his own record label. When he didn't get a record deal, he built Rockefeller. And I'm not gonna go down that route right now because Jay-Z has his own loyalty issues across the board. But the overall point is that maybe, just maybe, we've reached a point where we stop asking to be let in a house that was never meant for us, and we build our own house.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we love you for watching. Make sure that you guys go listen to the replay on Thursdays at wjvsradio.com. Happy Love Week.
See y'all later. Bam.